Today, I'm going to talk about a major crisis that we might face in the near future. Is the end of coffee approaching? When will coffee prices hit $100? If we stockpile coffee, how long will it last? What would life be like without coffee? Every day, around 2.25 billion cups of coffee are consumed globally, with approximately 9 million tons of coffee being used. Especially in metropolitan areas, a large portion of workers drink coffee to focus and perform better, either before starting work or during work hours. A study published in 2017 stated that caffeine could increase short-term workplace performance by 5% to 10% and boost task completion speed and overall productivity by 5% to 15%. As a result, it's likely that everyone, from workers and farmers to students and scientists, will be chasing after coffee in the future. Let's recall what some famous people have said about coffee. Stephen King: "I can't get through the morning without a cup of coffee. Coffee keeps me awake and focused." Oprah Winfrey: "Drinking coffee is a delightful part of my daily life. I also see it as a time I set aside for myself." Barack Obama: "I start my mornings with coffee first thing. It's the best way to start the day." George Orwell: "When I stopped drinking coffee, I realized how much harder everything became. Coffee is a mind-clearing tool." So, what will you do when you learn that coffee, considered a basic necessity in America and Europe, ranking fourth after food, water, and sex, is about to disappear and become incredibly expensive? First, let's talk about stocking up. As seen in the table, the shelf life of whole bean coffee is 6 to 9 months, and stored in a freezer it can last up to 1 to 2 years. The shelf life of ground coffee is 3 to 5 months, and stored in a freezer it can last up to 6 months. The shelf life of instant coffee is between 2 to 20 years, therefore lasting the longest. Secondly, let's answer the question, when will coffee reach $100? According to estimates, coffee could reach $100 per pound by 2030. And some statisticians predict that by 2050, the price could range between $1,000 and $5,000. Climate change poses a significant risk to global coffee production. Experts warn that by 2050, the world could lose up to 50% of its coffee-growing areas. Why are we dependent on specific countries? Most coffee production occurs in Brazil, Vietnam, and Colombia. However, a decrease in coffee production in these countries will affect not just these nations, but the entire world. The depletion of coffee would have social, cultural, and economic consequences on a global scale. So what should we do? Before diving in deeper into this question, let's understand why coffee is running out. 2 main reasons stand out: the reduction in production areas and global warming. Number 1. Global warming. Coffee, especially the Arabica variety, is highly sensitive to temperature fluctuations. Rising temperatures and changing rainfall patterns led to lower yields and lower quality products. Number 2. Reduction in production areas. The shrinking of coffee-growing regions threatens the sustainability of production. So, what can be done to save coffee? Some experts suggest moving coffee cultivation to higher altitudes, but this is not easy. Relocating lands will take time and be costly. Additionally, new coffee varieties are being researched. However, it will be very difficult for these varieties to replace Arabica. By 2080, it is highly likely that this grim scenario will come true, and the price of the coffee we currently drink could reach up to $10,000 per kilogram. Unfortunately, we probably won't be able to find the coffee flavor we know. Instead, lab-grown coffee-like flavors will be produced, and these will likely be chemical and inorganic. So what do you think about the future of coffee? Do you think this crisis could be as severe as predicted? We would love to read about your thoughts on this topic in the comments below. Also, don't forget to like and subscribe. See you in the next video.